There's a lot of news and commentary online about the use of Tylenol or Panadol and the impact it has on autism. But there's one thing that I haven't really heard people talk about. Hi, this is B, and I sometimes use this platform to talk about my neurodivergent journey. One of the things that I don't think I've seen enough online is about the support that we are giving to parents whose children are autistic or neurodivergent. One of the things that I personally am aware is how much pressure are being placed on parents to be doing the very best during pregnancy, but also so much pressure are on parents about creating this perfect child. At a podcast with Ivan from Authenticity Studio, I talked a little bit about how the terminology of disability and neurodivergent is often very negative, particularly in Asian countries. There are a lot of people around me that talk about how autism and neurodivergent is a curse, and they also talked about passing on very bad genes. And to be honest, most parents, particularly pregnant people, wanted to do the very best for their child. But when you get blamed for any minor abnormality of your child because of your genes, because of something you've done during pregnancy, it's a huge pressure. So instead of joking about how Trump couldn't pronounce the word, because I also still struggle, or just talked about how this is not related, no one's really looking at how are families seeing this, particularly how are people who are currently pregnant may consider taking any kind of medication, and what worries that they have and what support are we giving to them. And depending on the severity of the spectrum, some autistic people do need full-time care, and it is a disability. And for some parents, it does feel like a curse, because it may mean that they will have to spend the rest of their life looking after the child, even when they're 80-year-old. The conversation should now be about how do we support parents with autistic children and parents wanting to have children, and what is the best way to ensure that they don't feel guilty. And there are actually a lot of discrimination against people who are neurodivergent. And I think as a community, particularly those of us who are neurodivergent, we understand this, and please look at a way that we can support families and children who are going through this. The growing need of controlling bodies and pregnancy is one thing, but the need to support people who are actually neurodivergent or disabled is even more important. What do you think? Do share your comments, your view with me, and I'll see you again next time.